And President Trump insists progress is being made toward a deal to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Iran and Oman agreed to jointly manage a route for ships to pass through this critical shipping lane. Tehran says right now it's putting the final touches on that agreement. Mr. Trump said he'd rather make a deal, but he's still threatening attacks on Iran if one isn't reached.
I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. But at some point we were set for the biggest attack of any attack, and we've hit them very hard for the last few months.
For more on what's unfolding in the Middle East, we're joined now by Jon Donnison in Jerusalem with our partners at BBC News. Jon, good morning. Tell us what we know about this potential deal in the Strait of Hormuz between Iran and Oman, and what this does if it effectively leaves the U.S. out.
Well, look, for the moment, we've only got Iran's word that we're edging closer to a deal. The Iranian Foreign Ministry saying that the agreement is close to being reached with Oman. That will see ships allowed to enter into the Strait of Hormuz and pass along the Iranian coast in the north, and then when they exit, pass alongside the Omani coast, leaving that central lane, which is heavily laden with mines, to be cleared. But really, all eyes now on the White House and President Trump and his Truth Social account to see what his and the American reaction might be, because at the moment it does seem that the Americans have not really played any part in this deal, and we're going to have to see if it is acceptable to President Trump. For the moment, shipping isn't really moving. I was just looking, it's around 12 ships a day at the moment getting out of the strait. Pre-war, it was around about 120.
Back when the MOU was signed, fighting between Israel and Hezbollah halted, but there's now been renewed clashes between the two. What more can you tell us about that and the risks it carries for an overall deal that President Trump says he wants?
Well, this morning we had the news from the Israeli military that 2 of its soldiers had been killed and 4 severely injured in an incident yesterday. Now, what we understand happened in southern Lebanon was that Israeli forces, who continue to occupy a large chunk of southern Lebanon, around about 5% of the country, they were carrying out demolitions, and one of the buildings was booby-trapped, and you had those casualties. In response, for the first time in over a month, Israel issued evacuation orders to a number of villages and carried out strikes against Hezbollah. Now, why this is significant, and it does seem to have died down a bit today, I should say, is because you'll remember that as part of this broader deal that the United States is trying to make with Iran, Iran has insisted that Lebanon must be part of that ceasefire agreement. So it's another area where we could see sort of any progresses that's being made, any steps forward, we could see a step back.
Delicate situation. Jon Donnison in Jerusalem, thank you very much.